Okay, first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out today, and a quick show of hands, how many of you have a dog at home? Okay, and how many of you have had your dog destroy something valuable? Well then, this is for you. My name is Victoria Virgilio, and I'm a junior here at Huntley High School.
And my name is Jenny, and I'm also a junior here interested in business. So I'd like you to imagine this. You come home after a long day to find that your dog has completely destroyed his brand new dog toy. You have to clean up all that mess, there's bits and pieces everywhere, and what if I told you that all of this was avoidable? Well, we are Lucky Buddy, and we sell 3D printed durable dog toys for your furry friend. Now, unlike other brands who have a similar price point, community is our number one value, and we plan to donate 10% of our profits to the Huntley Animal Shelter. So now I'd like to introduce you to our team here. We have Vinny, Cody, Angie, and Bailey here. They've helped us test all of our prototypes, and they are all a different breed and weight, so we have more accurate data across all types of dogs.
So, like Jenny said, we print our dog toys using 3D printers. So the material that we use is called thermoplastic polyurethane. It's also known as TPU. TPU is known for being really durable, and it's been used for military equipment. As you can see, we have 4 prototypes here, but unfortunately the printer at our school doesn't support this material. So big shout out to Mr. Town, who printed these with his own printer on his own time. So the first one was obviously a fail, but we see some progress coming to the second one. This is an infill of 20%. That means that 80% of this bone is hollow. For our third one, we decided to double the infill to 50%, but it still wasn't suitable for us. So on our fourth prototype, we have an infill of about 75%. There was still one major problem. The bone was just too thin. So with our final prototype, we decided to increase the dimensions. This is a 6x3 bone. It's our biggest bone that we made, and the infill is about 75%. I was able to test this one on my dog, and I'm proud to say that it passed the durability test. He's about 55 pounds, and he's played with this for a couple days, and the only signs of tear are a couple bite marks on the side. We plan on retailing this dog toy for $15. And in our last pitch, it was brought to our attention that customers prefer products that are made in America over foreign products. So we took that into consideration, and when you purchase a bone from Lucky Buddy, you're buying from an all-American brand.
Okay, so looking into our market size, if you look at it nationally, we have about 48 million dog owners across the U.S., which comes out to be about 3/4 of a $1 billion industry that we're looking into. Then we cut it down to just dog owners in Illinois, which is about $4.1 million, or 4.1 million dog owners, which comes out to be about $61 in revenue, or $61 million in revenue. And then we narrowed it down even more just locally because we want to start local and then expand from there. So we narrowed it down to just the Huntley and Lakeland Hills area. And we used a 2% conversion rate to get about 146 customers in the area, which is about $2,200 in revenue.
So you're probably thinking that $15 is a little bit expensive for a dog toy, and there are so many other companies, so why pick us? Well, me and Jenny both grew up in Huntley, and our community is something that's very important to us. When we were deciding what to do for our business, we knew we wanted something with a charitable aspect. So the Huntley Animal Shelter is a no-kill shelter, and when you buy one of our bones, we donate 10% to support their cause. As for marketing, we have 2 main approaches. So because community is so important to us, our first approach is going to be word of mouth. We have business cards, which we've also handed out to all of you today. It has a link to our Bitly with all of our social medias. We want to hand out these cards. We already handed them out to some of our students, and we want to hand them out to shelters, vets, dog places, anywhere that a dog owner would be shopping at. So this is our plan to build our Lucky Buddy family. And to expand our Lucky Buddy family, we want to go to digital marketing. So this can really boost us out nationwide beyond Huntley, and if you want, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Okay, so as for financials, we plan to look at this in 2 phases. Phase 1 is short-term and mostly just for the first couple months of our business, and this is so that Vicky and I can go to pet conventions and local events such as the Huntley Farmers Market to get our name out there and create a reputable name for our company. And so as you can see, some of the cogs here, they are more on the pricier side so that we can display it in these events so that it can be eye-catching to any potential customers who we may have. So to break this down, we have our actual bone, which is $5, and then we have a box, tags, some tag ties to attach them, And then we also have some tissue paper and obviously our 10% donation, and that comes out to be about $7.76 for our profit, and that has a gross margin of about 52%. So for phase 2, this would be more of a long-term plan, and this would be when we have more official and consistent sales. So this would be like when we have more consistent customers from our website and potentially also selling from a pet store. And a lot of our COGS are similar for this, but the only thing we change is we replace the boxes to shipping bags because it tends to be cheaper. And then we also remove the tissue paper, and our donation is also a little bit higher because our profit is a little bit higher. So that brings us to a profit of $8.65 and 58% gross margin. Now, so far we get our bones from Amazon, or our TPU from Amazon. But eventually we want to look for a TPU manufacturer who can sell it to us for wholesale so that our gross margin could go up. So we're asking for $3,600. The main part of that is a 3D printer because, like Vicky said, our teacher has been generous enough to print some of our prototypes so far, but unfortunately it's broken now and it's not the ideal printer to print TPU. So we have that, then we have some agreements, a label printer, some website domain costs, a bunch of TPU rolls, and some packaging costs that I mentioned in the last 2 slides. And then also other costs for marketing, which includes a professional camera and also liquidity cushion for any extra costs.
Also, if you choose to invest in this printer for us, it's going to stay at the school and it's going to be usable for all the incubator students in the future to come.
So with our predictions for the first 3 years of our business, it would take us about 2 years worth of revenue for us to break even, which is equivalent to selling about 240 toys. However, we plan to stay more consistent with going to these events so that we can sell more dog toys and basically get reach more customers. So this graph is mostly just for the lowest number of dog toys that we would be able to sell.
So me and Jenny are both taking Accelerator next year, and something we really look forward to doing is expanding to Lucky Buddy treats. We hope that with your support today, we can make this a reality next year.
And thank you so much for coming here and listening to our presentation. I have a fake prototype that's made of plastic that you guys can pass around to see.
And does anybody have any questions?
I do. I love the idea, and I think one of the things, my first question was, as a dog owner whose dog has some significant allergies, to highlight that. A quick search I learned while you were presenting that TPU is FDA approved and completely safe for dogs, but I would encourage you to make that a prominent component to your sales pitch. That's the first thing that popped to my mind is as he's chewing on this plastic. Is it if a piece is digested or is it going to have a potentially allergen effect or negative reaction to his digestive system?
I'm not sure if Jenny mentioned or not, but that's actually not the TPU. This is just our model, so you can see the dimension. The TPU is more of like a rubber-based material.
Well, feeling that I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, that's just plastic.
I was surprised, but I would encourage you to talk about the safety features for our animals.
I also agree about you sold me at midterm because although I don't have a dog, I just love this concept of what you're doing for Lucky Buddy. But one of the things is I was also concerned if you saw that some bite marks and things falling off, check out then, make sure if it is indeed safe being ingested, feature that, because dog owners, pet owners are going to be concerned about that. Is there a way that you would be able to, the first year of ramping up production, because as you continue to go on, then you'll have enough your own revenue, is finding a shared 3D printer, and then be able to, if you get the money, great, and if you don't, fine, but if maybe you get the money and you redirect that money to other than just a 3D printer on promotion and repositioning instead of your product. So I was wondering if there might be, and you don't have to answer, is there might be an opportunity for, sharing a printer with some other organization. Vets, you didn't mention veterinarians. And I think veterinarians would be a no-brainer type of co-promotion of your product line. I mean, they'd be all over this, I would think, just being a consumer. So, and I love your 10% back to the Huntley animal because pet owners care about that. So, nice work.
Thank you.
Yes, mine is just a comment. You guys were talking about 10% donation. So when you were showing what you were looking to donate, it looks like you were actually using your profits rather than your sales. And so that's something you really want to make sure that you highlight, is let people know that you're looking at donating 10% of profit rather than sales.
I don't have a lot, you really just did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you guys are super professional, a really good presentation, so good job.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, thank you, ladies. We're going to have, I think we'll have a little intermission here as the bell is going to ring shortly. We'll get our